Traveling with the president. Ed, thank you. One of the foundations upon which the president builds his energy policy is the supposed disparity between how much Americans use and what we have. Last night we heard it again when I interviewed one of his top advisors.
We have 2% of the world's oil. We use more than 20% of the world's oil. You don't have to be a math major to figure out that that's not enough.
Tonight, Chief National Correspondent Jim Engel looks at whether that conventional wisdom is true.
In almost every energy speech, President Obama makes the same statement.
We've got 2% of the world oil reserves. We use 20%.
It's accurate, but extremely misleading. What he's talking about is the oil that we already have found.
Misleading because the president is pointing to proven reserves, which is some 21 billion barrels. But the U.S. is sitting on vast reserves of untapped energy that are far greater. One federal agency says there's 10 times more, 219 billion barrels, in what is called technically recoverable energy. Another agency in the Energy Department says there's 20 times that much, 400 billion barrels more. And some in the industry say there's 60 times that amount, meaning some 1.4 trillion barrels in untapped resources. Energy the government knows we have, but which has not yet been drilled for. Industry experts say it's there for the taking.
The trillion-plus barrels of oil in this country, more oil than in Saudi Arabia, is not counted by the president, and I think that's misleading to the American people.
200 years of the amount of oil that we use today without any imports. And if you add Canada and Mexico, numbers go off the chart.
But some don't think we should be drilling more.
We're addicted right now. There's no question about that. But there is a question about how do we get off of that addiction?
In fact, the president prefers to emphasize we should wean ourselves off of oil, which reduces the urgency to drill, and environmentalists agree.
I don't think that it is a good decision for this country or for the globe, realistically, to push for maximum drilling. The atmosphere just can't hold that much carbon dioxide anymore.
The president uses the more limited number of proven reserves to argue it would be futile to drill for more oil because it could never be enough to meet our needs.
As much as we're doing to increase oil production, we're not going to be able to just drill our way out of the problem of high gas prices.
Some of us believe the president is trying to suggest we don't have adequate resource here in the United States, which is just not true.
Analysts note that proven reserves were 20 billion barrels back in 1944. We've produced some 170 billion barrels since then, and proven reserves are still about 20 billion. Industry experts say that if we were to tap more American oil along with Canadian resources and renewable energy, the U.S. could be self-sufficient in just 12 years. Brett?
Amazing. More on this with the panel. Jim, thank you.